Okay, so we're in dynamic and just gonna get on a little bit here. Ooh. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the all-new Audi SQ7. Before we get in this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the strong Audi here in Salt Lake City, Utah for giving me some time with this SQ7. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Landon. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 4-liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 15 around town and then 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 500 horsepower and then 568 pound-feet of torque. Before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see flat here in the center, and then you've got these sharp lines there on either side. And then coming down below, you guys can see the daytime running lights there with the headlight. And then I love the silver trim here for the grille, and then also look at the Audi logo. And of course, we have our SQ7 badge, as well as parking sensors here at the bottom. And putting it all together, the SQ7 definitely has that distinctive Audi look, but it looks good. So coming around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 285/40/21 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see we've got the silver trim here on the top with the metallic gray below that, and I think altogether it looks pretty good. You guys can see we've got the body painted fender flare here, and then look like the silver trim there on the side with the Quattro logo, and then on the mirror cap as well as around the window trim, and then also for the roof rails. And then here's your full side view on the SQ7. It kind of almost has like a wagon type appearance to it, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think it looks good. Now here's our key fob. We have our lock function or unlock function, and then if we press this a couple times, this will be the opening for the hatch, and then look at the Audi logo and S on the back. And then popping into the rear here, you have a ton of storage space in the back of the SQ7. That's one of the big benefits of this. And we've got this for the suspension to raise and lower it in the rear, so it makes accessing a little bit easier. And then you have this for the seats to raise and lower them as well. So like if I press that, it'll raise the seat right up. And also there's a bunch of stuff here in the back, so I guess it's going to kick that stuff out. There we go. When you're all done with the rear, just press that button right there, and then it will lower the hatch right back down. Really cool looking taillights here with the SQ7, and then you guys can see the badges here on the back, and then notice the parking sensors here at the bottom, and pretty aggressive looking exhaust tips. And then putting it all together, the back of the SQ7 just kind of looks like jumbo SQ5. Now with the door panel in the rear, you guys can first see that we have a sunshade here for the rear passengers. And then I love the Alcantara here, and then the red interior in this absolutely pops. Got our window control here. Look at the carbon fiber trim as well. And then you can see on the speakers for the sound system. Really beautiful design here at the seats. Notice perforated in the center, and then you got that quilted design. Definitely pops. And then popping here in the back, you guys can see legroom's really good. And then we also have a little storage net back here, and we've got our own climate zone here, so one for each passenger, and we have heated seats in the back too. And then headroom back here is also solid. And of course, this has, if I can unlatch it properly, a cup holder armrest. Well, I've got even more seat controls right there, but when it comes to the third row, I would just reserve it for kids, just because of how much space is back there. That's pretty typical with an SUV in this segment. Now with the front door panel, you guys can see again more of that Alcantara, and then look at the leather trim down below. All of our window controls here with our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in, and then we got more of that carbon fiber trim here, memory seat functionality, blind spot monitoring in the mirrors too, and then another speaker there for the sound system. Beautiful red leather seats here at the front, and then look again at the quilted perforated design all down the center. And then we've got all of our power adjustments here on the side, and then nice looking pedals. So taking a look at the steering wheel, we've got really nice leather trim here at the top and at the bottom. Again, we got the S logo, golf ball texture here on the sides so you can get a slightly better grip, and it just looks cool. Paddle shifters down the back for the 8-speed automatic. We got some controls here for the volume, voice command controls, and then also controls for the center stack as well. And then of course we have a turn signal stock, cruise control stock, and then a windshield wiper stock. This has Audi's virtual cockpit, so notice I can completely change the view, which is fun. We've got it on the map view right now, but you have other views that you can do as well, so pretty customizable gauge cluster overall. We also have this fancy pants heads-up display. In reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn the steering wheel, and the whole camera turns as well when you turn the wheel enough. And then we have this cool 3D view that I have to like click on a little bit harder, which is pretty cool. And they have a bunch of other camera views as well. Well, that's actually for the 3D view, so we have to cancel out of that, and then we can go to the other camera views. Trust me, it's more intuitive than making it look, but there's the camera system. As for the rest of the infotainment system, responsive with the screen is fantastic. We have a shortcut bar here on the side that lets you go into the different menus. I'd say overall pretty easy to use, but the cool thing is the vehicle tab. So notice we got stuff for like the seats, for example. We've got all the seat settings. Yes, it's trying to tell me, okay. Geez, Audi. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of stuff you can do. Heated, cooled seat function, all that. But moving from that, the big thing is the drive mode select. So we've got a few different drive modes. Notice we got an off-road, all-road, comfort, auto, dynamic, individual. You basically have modes for everything. And then we have another screen down below the top screen with the climate controls. You can see the heated and cooled seats. You've got buttons here, and then like, look, drive mode select, stability control, all that. And then you do have some function up here like hill descent control, auto stop start. You know, all the normal Audi stuff. We actually have a physical volume control right there. And then here's a shifter for the 8-speed automatic. We do have a parking brake right behind it. We've got some cup holders right here, and then with the center console, you can see wireless phone charging pad, and it like moves forward like that. And then look at the carbon fiber trim here on the side. That's really fancy. Really nice leather trim here across the dash, and then look at like the vents and everything. Fit and finish is fantastic with this car. And then we do have a glove box there as well, and that's all. And then up top here, you guys can see we've got controls here for the sunroof. This does have a full panoramic sunroof. Now, when it comes to pricing, an SQ7 equipped similar to this is going to be around $100,000-ish roughly. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility of the hood, and you can see the heads-up display now. Both of the mirrors, which like I said, do have blind spot monitoring, and throughout the rest of the rear. And let's just set right off. And who would bring a booger-colored Defender to an Audi dealership? I wonder. What a nerd. But actually setting off, first off, I really like the seats here in the SQ7. They look really cool, but they're also extremely comfortable. Now, most of the cars that I have reviewed today have been non-luxury cars, so maybe these seats feel extra comfortable because, well, I am used to sitting in non-luxury seats after today's videos, I suppose. There is a chance of that. The other thing I'd like to mention, love the steering wheel feel. I think that is also fantastic. And I'm excited to see how this 4-liter feels in the Q7 platform. Super smooth. Gosh, I love this engine so much. It has so much torque. It's very smooth with the gear shifts. Oh, I'm in dynamic. Let's go to auto. Gotta see how it is in regular driving first. And see, it's quiet. Like when you're not on the throttle, it's actually pretty quiet. Like, you don't really hear engine noise. I hear the turn signal indicator, that's for sure. And as for the rest of this interior, I think it's really nice. Again, like the dash material looks really nice. Actually, at the end here, oh, it's just fake. It's a dud. They like put stitching to make it look like this is real leather, but that's definitely not. That's hilarious. The things that automakers do to cut costs, but hey, at least it looks good. That's all that matters, right? It's not like you're gonna be rubbing the end of the dash. I feel like someone's gonna comment, yep, I will be. Oh, suspension. Man, this suspension is top notch. So this has the adaptive dampers, and oh man, do they help out quite a bit. Again, bumpy road, and this thing just handles it so well. I think that Audi, this is just my opinion, I think that Audi should make like an off-road SUV, because they do a really good job with their quattro all-wheel drive system, and this, with their air suspension and everything, like they can make a pretty good off-roader, I think. Does drive relatively big, but it's not bad at all. I like how this drives overall. Yeah, they've really done a good job with the suspension comfort on this. And now that the heated seats working, man, I am loving this. I don't want to get out of this car because it's like 32 degrees outside today, and It's nice inside of here. Okay, so we're in dynamic and just gonna get on a little bit here. Ooh, this sounds good. Man, this is a nice sounding family hauler, let me tell you. It like popples out of the exhaust. Transmission is so smooth. Man, Audi does some good transmissions, let me tell you. Okay, we're gonna get our full-blown acceleration here. Wow. Wow, man. That's speed. That is speed, let me tell you. We have to slow down because this minivan's turning. That's why we're slowing down here. Oh man, this thing sounds so good. It is so fast. Wow, I love it. So summing things up, I love how this drives. I think it drives really well. And you know, this is definitely more of a quote-unquote sleeper compared to, you know, like the SQ8, for example, or just the Q8 in general, right? That has this like crazy, sleek, sporty design. This is a bit more understated. And so if you want the performance, but you don't want the shouty looks, this definitely provides that. I really dig this. I think this is great. And the thing about this 4-liter engine is it's so tunable. So like if you wanted to basically have a 3-row Lamborghini Urus, that's what the SQ7 is. Seriously, that's what it should be called. It should be called Audi Lamborghini Urus family hauler, something 3-row Lamborghini Urus. I don't care, I'm being stupid, but you guys get the point. This thing's pretty cool. I'm really impressed, and I'm glad I finally got a review on these. A lot of people have been asking me, and well, we finally got it done. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this SQ7. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the strong Audi here in Salt Lake City, Utah for giving me some time with this SQ7. Check out the info in the description down below. Ask for Landon. I'll see you.